Hi guys, Liz here, aka Isabelle Cheren. You're probably wondering why I've reverted back to Second Life Coffee with Isa's. Quite simply, my phone camera isn't working very well. It's working, but when I record anything sort of over 5 minutes, maybe that's a hint, it goes like a funny tinny sound. I said a few weeks back it was doing some strange things. Well, it's still doing that. So I think I'm probably nearing that stage where I actually need to upgrade my phone. Failing that, put it to pasture, because I have to charge it 5 times a day, would you believe? 5 times a day. I mean, fancy having to charge a phone 5 times a day. Good old iOS. Yeah, it's been doing that since some update and I just don't know. So yeah, it's driving me insane. So I didn't do one last week because of that reason, and also because of the reason it was just too hot and I just really couldn't be bothered. Seriously, I just couldn't be bothered, and you wouldn't have wanted to see me anyhow because I looked hot, sweaty, which is what I am right now, but you can't see me really. No, you're looking at my little creature. Anyhow, welcome to Coffee with Isa. I've had a really mad couple of weeks here in the UK, as have most of the people that live down south, because we've had extreme temperatures. I mean, well, it's not extreme in comparison to other sides of the world. You know, I'm from Australia, so I mean, I know what extreme temperatures can be like. However, when you're not used to it over here and you're getting into the 30s, early 30s, you know, well, late 20s, early 30s, that is extreme for over here, because they haven't had such a hot, long spell for quite a number of years, not since I've been living here. And the heat here is different. So, because I get it all the time. Oh, you're Australian, shouldn't you be able to put up with this? And I'm like, yeah, in Australia it's dry heat. It's just hot and dry. Here it's lower temperatures and it's muggy and it's horrible. It's so uncomfortable. And we're not geared up for really hot temperatures. I'm not near the sea. You know, it takes a good hour or so in really heavy traffic to get to the beach here. And then when you get there, the tide's out. You know, if the tide isn't out, there's no parking, so you can't park. Not that I drive, but you know what I mean. So it's not made up for that, and we don't automatically have air conditioning here. I think it's the wealthier people, the people with more money that have air conditioning, because, you know, to install air conditioning is quite an expensive thing. It's not a normal thing that you would need to use here, to be honest, and the cost in running it would be a little bit much to bear. But that, in saying that, you know, I expect the workplace to have air conditioning and they don't even have it. I've been going to work every day and I sit at work every day sweating. I don't mind telling you, sweating like I'm in a sauna. It is horrible. We work in a really old building, old council building, and it is just dire. Once it gets hot, it's really hard to shift the heat, because it's one of those old buildings, so you know they warm up and then that's it. You're like that for days. So even if it was to suddenly cool down now, it's going to take about a week or so for it to cool down inside. But on top of that, the windows are high up and there's nothing that comes through. So, and because it's a listed building, they can't sort of change the window structures, which is daft, I know. So the windows are high up. You don't get any breeze. If there is any breeze, you don't get it because you wouldn't feel it. The ceiling might feel it, but you won't. And of course, you're in a room full of people with computers. So for the last few weeks, we've been really tetchy with each other. It's difficult to work like that. It also makes you really tired, and you're like flagging, and yeah. So as much as I really enjoy, I love summer and I love sunshine, it needs to be over already. Because I can't do my day's job. It is really becoming difficult to work. And also, I'm thinking about the animals as well. You know, the animals are really struggling. I mean, my cats are struggling with this. I'd go and get them shaved, but because they're 4 years old, to suddenly go and get them shaved now, well, Bondi has HCM, he'd probably have a heart attack, bless him, and Tippy would claw anyone to bits, to shreds. So it's been really hard for them, but I've been putting ice cubes in bowls for them that melt, so they've got like cold water, and in their drinking fountain I put ice cubes in there. In the mornings I run the bath a little bit. I put cold water in the bath, only a little bit, And then what happens after that is they tend to go and hang out in the bath, and they kind of lay in it as it's melting, which is quite cool actually, because I would never have thought to do that, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it's just been like that. So I apologise that there hasn't been a coffee with Isa, but I don't think it was a great tragedy. It's not a great tragedy that I don't do one every now and then. You know, and as I say, and I've said before, sometimes, you know, just talking about nonsense just seems daft to me, so I'm not going to talk about nonsense. But the reason I'm doing one today is because on this weekend I had my grandson's birthday. All of you really want to know this, but I'm going to tell you anyhow. He turned 3, and it was amazing because, bearing in mind, 2.5 years ago, nearly 3 years ago, he was rushed into hospital for major heart surgery. So to see him celebrating his 3rd birthday and just being so full of just vigour and fun and just jumping over everybody was just absolutely wonderful. And everyone that came, you know, we all felt the same as adults because we've all watched him go through this. So it was lovely. And we went to this local park near us. And it has lots of children's areas, but there's lots of trees, so you can go and stake your claim under a tree. So we had a big, huge table laid out with food and the cake and, you know, balloons on the trees and everything. It was just absolutely lovely, and just to sit there with a bit of a breeze coming through, and, you know, the children playing and stuff, and us old people just sitting there drinking. It was, you know, I'm talking about back in my day. No, we weren't really. But, you know, it was lovely. And, yeah, that is what life's about. Life's about enjoying those moments and making the best of them. Certainly not sat on a computer, because anyone that thinks so, I would sit on my PC in weather like this must be absolutely mental. Because there is no way known that I could tolerate sitting in front of a computer when I've done it all day, struggling to want to do it all weekend and stuff. So I've just been fitting in my videos and my blogs as and when. But apart from that, I'm not socialising in Second Life. In fact, I rarely do these days anyhow, because I don't have that much time, and I feel really bad, which I've said before. People message me and they want to talk to me, or they might want to hang out, but I can't, because I work full time in my real world. I work full time. I obviously have the union stuff as well, and I bring that home with me, and I do bits of that in my evenings. But not only that, I need to maintain my home. I need to cook dinner. I need to do my housework. You know, I need to spend time with my friends and my family. So I have so much going on. So when I log into World, I just do not get the time to just hang out, because I'm a very driven kind of person. In case anyone hasn't noticed, I'm a very driven kind of person, and I like to stick to my routine. If my routine gets messed up, it causes me personally a bit of an issue. I don't know what it is. I'm OCD. I don't know what it is, but I've been like this for a long time, that I've got routine, and when anyone interrupts that, it's like, don't interrupt me. I'm like, just don't. So yeah, like I said, when I'm logging in, I'm just doing what I need to do, and then I'm getting out. Or if I am in and I don't answer, it's because actually I've walked away from the computer. Because I do that a lot too. I log in, find my win light, leave myself where I want to be, and then I go off and do things. It's, you know, it's the nature of it. I'm not a sociable being. I never really have been. Not in World. I am a very much a out of world sociable being. And quite a few people that I have connections with in SL, I socialise in a different way with them outside of the world, and that suits me better. I'm better on social media and interacting. I am so much better interacting on social media than I would be in World. So all those people that contact me, I'm so sorry. I really do not mean to show ignorance. When I put my auto replies on, it stops everything coming to me. That's one of the things it does. So I see nothing pop up, because if I get distracted, it kind of puts me off. So I put these all on, and then sometimes I just log out without even looking at my messages. And as I'm logging out, I go, oh my God, there's a message. And I'm on my way out the window, and it's like, oh my God. I mean, the other day I got sent an update to my security orb, and I thought, right, I'm going to grab that in a minute. And I started logging out and I forgot to grab it. And now I've got to contact the merchant and go, oi, can you send me another one? Because I didn't get that one from before. Yeah, so it's kind of a bit of an issue like that. Aside from that, nothing really has been going on. I have been busy doing my videos, as you know. The incident that happened a couple of weeks ago, let's just say I'm keeping an eye on that. I actually belong to a group of YouTube people, and I'm not the only one that's discovered stuff like this where people are just ripping off content and using it. And some people will, you know, I know other content creators that don't care about their work because they don't put a lot of effort into it will go, what does it matter? Well, it does matter, because actually when people are making money off of the stuff that you've done, there's something wrong with that. So I have a real thing about that. And I'm not talking about content creators necessarily in Second Life. I hang out in a community of content creators that are just normal video creators, and they've all, you know, had the similar things where they discover their stuff's been uploaded by someone else, or you know, they've found their stuff on other sites. Because I remember I talked about showtodaytv.com. YouTube did nothing about it. Makes you wonder whether they're in business with them really. At the best of times, I just think if you do nothing about it, you pound some people for stupid things, but you don't do anything about all this stuff that's going on. But you know, what can I say? Conspiracy theory? Yes. We'll go down that one day. There are some conspiracy theories, believe me. Yeah. So, yeah, what can I say? I've been working with some other Second Life vloggers, YouTubers, on something that one of my friends is going to release soon. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that, because we've all done bits of filming for it, and we've all partaked in it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it when it comes out, because it's the most brilliant collaboration I can think of, and hopefully it's going to come out in the next couple of days, and there is a purpose to it which I'm not going to share, but I think it's going to be really, really good, and I think it's just going to make you chuckle. So I can't wait for that, and when it does come out, don't worry. I'll be all over it like a ration, letting you know where it is. When it does come out, what I'll do is I'll put the link underneath this video. So if you want to keep checking this video every now and then, and just sort of look in the description, I'll put the link to the video when it does come out. One of my colleagues is doing. I call her a colleague. She's one of my friends, but I guess I call other YouTubers colleagues. Because, yeah, I know. That sounds kind of stupid, actually, Liz. Yeah, it does sound kind of stupid. Anyhow, that's my drivel. Other than that, I'm not going to tell you anything else, because I'm going to spare you. Yes, I'm going to spare you. I'm actually really hot and sweaty now, and you know, unless you want me to go into great detail about how hot and how sweaty I am, which I think you don't want, I am going to sign off. That's how I am. Anyhow, I did a destination video, which has come out earlier today as well, because Maddie White told me about this wonderful place, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, it's so gorgeous. I'd never heard of it, I'd never seen it before, and I really wanted to share it. So I've done a video. It was out this morning, so if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. The place is gorgeous, and I certainly recommend you going there. The link's in my blog post, which is underneath the video. I recommend you going there. It's called Deep Marsh by the Sea. Beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. Honestly, I'm astounded every time I visit various places in Second Life at the work that goes into them, and how amazing they can look. I mean, bearing in mind, you know, the thing about Second Life that amazes me is that everything we do in it is we're changing it all the time. We're making it evolve. We're making it happen. Unlike games, we don't do that. Second Life is like this world, and we create this world, and how people put into the world and create what they create just absolutely amazes me. I think it's just awesome. I really do. And this place, you need to go and see it. It's beautiful. That's all I can say. It's just beautiful and has such a nice calming feel to it. I was a bit laggy there. I don't know if it's the place or it was me, but certainly, you know, just go and visit. On that note, I'm going to go now. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.